Hello everyone, my name is Jen and welcome to the Book Refuge and welcome to my Wanderlust book haul, as well as I have some manga that I'm going to haul, and I also have a crap ton of used books that I've bought, some gifts from authors, some book boxes, some gifts from friends. Like, we have so much to get through, but I am going to start with my Wanderlust haul. I was patiently waiting. My friend Melissa from Book Bar, hello Melissa, you're amazing. She shipped me the rest of my books because I had to leave some behind that I could not fit in my suitcases without incurring a shipping charge or like an oversized weight charge, and now I have all of them. So I'm going to show them to you. I'm not going to show all the ones that I had signed because they were books that I already owned, and I talked about those in my vlog, but let's go through the ones that I bought, and you can tell me which ones you've heard of, because some of these I know I bought some like older books by the authors and some that I'm super excited for. So I'm going to back this up just a little bit, and we're going to go through these. So the first one is actually one that they gave me when I signed in, so it wasn't necessarily one that I had even heard of the author before, although maybe I have. And so you'll have to tell me if you've read this. So this one is one of the books that was like photographed by Wander, as most of the books for this will be. But this one is called Dirty Deeds by Nicole James, and this is the first in the Devil Kings MC. So that's all I know about that, but it has a beautiful cover. It actually has a front guy who kind of looks like Jason Momoa, and it has a girl on the back too, which is kind of cute. So there's that. Then I did actually buy these first two from Mercari by Celia Aaron, because I was looking through Mercari for books by the authors who were going to be there that were actually unsigned. And Celia Aaron, who mostly writes mafia romance now, she has this Cloister series that is a cult series. And so the first one is called The Maiden, and then there's The Prophet. So I did buy these beforehand. I did bring these with, but I was hoping she would have her third book there, and she did, which is The Church. So these three she signed for me. She signed cute stuff. This one says, "Only the prophet knows your path." I just really love these covers too. This one says, "Who can you trust?" And this one says, "Burn it." I love this cover. So yeah, this one is about this girl, the prophet is going to be, or the prophet's son, I'm not sure, is like looking over her, and they may get into some sexy situations, I think. I honestly don't know. I found these and it seemed cool, and so I got them. I'm going to be saying that a lot about the Wander books. I'm sorry I'm not more articulate, but a lot of the reasons I got them is because of their beautiful covers, and we were at Wanderlust with the beautiful covers. So what are you supposed to do, right? A book that I got from Jill Ramsauer is the Savage Pride duet. And the bookmark that she gave me with it actually said it's a Pride and Prejudice mafia duet. So here's the bookmark that came with it. And she had some beautiful bind-ups at her table. Like, some of my friends she actually has fantasy books, which I didn't know. So this is a beautiful cover. And I think this one is, so yeah, this one's Mafia. And it says, "The dark retelling of a Jane Austen classic. Our elusive hero is a mafia king, and our heroine is a headstrong modern woman born and raised in the servants' quarters of his estate. Complete with romance, heartbreak, violence, manipulation, and mind-blowing twists, this edgy retelling is perfect for Austen fans who like the darker side of Darcy." So we'll see. We'll see. I've only read one other book by Jill Ramsauer, and it was like A Promise of Lies, I think. Forever Lies. And I almost bought more books in that series, but I mean, this cover was gorgeous, and there's some bind-ups that you can only get them if you go to signings. I'm pretty sure you can buy this bind-up, but I loved it. Then I did get 2 books by Sarah Kate. I got, besides the ones I all had signed by her, of course, I got the exclusive alternate cover of Burn For Me. She only stocks this at certain times. So this is, yeah, the recover of, or the alternate cover of this one, which I do absolutely love, but I really wanted this alternate cover, and she signed it for me with the gold there. So very happy to have that one. And then one that I didn't own yet was Beautiful Sinner as well. And this is a priest romance. So I wanted that one. I also pre-ordered this trilogy by A.L. Jackson. So even though I've read this book and I didn't totally love it, I actually got to read an arc of this one. This is Redemption Hills, and this is a single dad and his kid's kindergarten teacher. But this is the front and this is the back, and like literally these covers are so gorgeous. Like, and she wrote, "I love you to the highest mountain," from the book. And like, honestly, A.L. Jackson, you guys, she's so beautiful and she's so sweet. She was my second author that I walked up to because I had pre-ordered these. So I got this one. This, nope, that's the other series. Sorry. I don't know. I forgot the order now. Damn it. I don't know, but here's another one. See, I'm getting lost. This one is Never Look Back, and I literally don't know which couple this is about. This is the back of this one. And then I got Say It's Forever, and this is the cover. Like, look at it. Love that cover. So I'm very excited about these ones. This one says it's a forced proximity single parent. And there's supposed to be one more book in this series, I think she said. So I pre-ordered these because I just thought the covers were beautiful, and she had a deal if you bought like all 3 of them. And then when I was at her table, I decided to pick up Beneath the Stars, which is a rock star romance, which I don't always love those, but I love a throat grab. Absolutely love a throat grab. If you can't tell, it's my fave. But this one, she said, was a single dad, best friends, younger sister, like friends to lovers. And it is like the last one in a series too. So I may still try to read the ones leading up to this. But I loved what this one was about. So I let authors talk me into a lot of things because that's what I was here for. Okay, some other books that I had pre-ordered. I had pre-ordered the entire Island Seas series by Gwen McNamee. And she actually gave a great swag pack with hers. Like, hers had, I showed this in my vlog, like she had like sex toys in the pack. There was a patch that is their like pirate patch or whatever. So yeah, I was interested in it. Also because it takes place on the Great Lakes, and then they're like, this first one I know is like pirate on the Great Lakes type of thing. And I had wanted to try it. So yeah, so this was Squall Line. And then there is Rogue Wave, Safe Harbor. Ooh, I love the females tattoos. Anchor Point. Look at that. And Dark Tide, which also love this cover. So I pre-ordered this whole series because, again, she had a really good deal if you got it. And I want to read, I want to try more of these. So there we go. Then this was one that my friends came back to our like little area, and they were like, you should get this book. It also feels amazing. Because this one, there is Riker, who he is like living on an island, I think is what it is. And, oh yeah, okay, so he is exiled to a remote island to stay out of the press. And then this girl ends up there as well, and she like needs help. I think she's on the run from like a bad lover or something. So here's a really cool bookmark. I can't remember. My friends pitched it to me and I walked right in and grabbed it because I loved this cover. And I've never read another Tina Saxon, but I loved this cover. I loved when my friends told me about it. So we're going for it. And I also love like the forced proximity of being lost on an island aspect. So there we go. Then I also had pre-ordered 2 bind-ups by Kay Webster and Nikki Ash, which came with a bunch of fun swag that I like put inside. So I actually had brought my 2 individual copies of Torn Apart and Bound Together, but they have this super cool bind-up you could get signed. And so this is actually a Why Choose. There's 4. I don't call this one an RH. I say that. There is 1 woman and 3 men, but it's actually one of the men who's more of the like connective tissue between them all. And I love it. It honestly ruined me for a lot of other polyamorous relationships that don't do it like this. And it's probably close to one of my favorite Kay Webster. And I think it's probably because it's written with Nikki Ash, and I just really loved it. And also Nikki Ash was the sweetest lady ever. So I got a cool bookmark too. It says Love Knows No Labels. And Nikki gave me like a playpen, so that like Kay had signed, so I have both of their names in here. And then I also ordered the Truth and Lies duet to be signed, and it's the same thing. We have the little plates. So I just love this cover so much. Then I got these 2 bind-ups by Callie Hart, and let me tell you, these were the most expensive books that I bought, like single books that I bought, but they were so gorgeous. I had to have them, okay? So I got Dirty Nasty Freaks by Callie Hart. And she told me when she was pitching it to me that like he's an ex-priest. His name is Zeth, and he's now like an assassin or something. That's what I got out of that. Which is cool. And I'm pretty sure this connects with the other series I'm going to show you because it says Zeth shows up in that series as well. But she wrote, let's get dirty, nasty, and freaky is what she wrote inside. So I absolutely love this bind-up. So this has all 3 of those in it. And then I also got the Blood and Roses series. So this has 6 books in it. I believe it's the complete series of these 2. Yeah, because this has Deviant, Fracture, Burn, Fallen, Twisted, and Collateral. And this says, Dear Jen, pick your poison, angry girl, pleasure or pain. And she wrote in this one. So it is very beautiful, and I had to get it. So I grabbed those 2 from her. And then the last books that I bought the day of, and this was like, I went a little wild because this author, her assistant, kept selling me on the books. Okay, she did a real good job pitching me on it. So she got me to get Duality, which I think this is a series. I think there's 2 or 3 in here. I'm not sure. But I know it's pretty kinky. There was also these cool bookmarks that I had like shirt on off. And oh, it doesn't say the blurb on the back of this, so I can't remember. But I know all of these are Romance. And just like, seriously, the different like content warnings. She has an entire page of content warnings that make me very excited. Some of them, I don't even know what they mean. So I think this is going to be pretty kinky, and I'm excited to give it a try. So this was by Kate Hawthorne. Then she also sold me on this one, which is called Unfettered. And this one, I think, is a student teacher. But like he's a 24-year-old student, and like there's a lot of trauma that needs to be overcome in this one. So I like that. And then the big selling point, and the assistant actually offered me like a deal so that I could get all of them, because I was just gonna buy the one that she was really pitching, and she's like, you gotta read all of them, so like I'll give you a deal. And she sold me on this trilogy here, which I can't remember what the trilogy is called, but this first one is A Real Good Lie. This one is a 31 and a 26-year-old. That is so cute. And it says he has a regret called Reese St. George, which I think is the last guy in the series too. So then there is Sebastian St. George, who must be the brother to that other guy. So that's cool. This is Remington and Sebastian, Cold Hard Truth. And then this one is A Matter of Fact. And this one is Reese and Beckett. And so this one is a 10-year age gap. And this one has another one of these bookmarks. So this is Reese, and then this is him. So that's cute. So very intrigued by this trilogy. I scooped it all up. I was like, all right, I'll get it. I'll get it. I love reading the backs of these. So anyway, I got sold on all those. So that assistant did a great job selling me on all the Kate Hawthorne. So okay, we need to get through the rest of these books. So next, I want to show some books that I got sent for PR. I'll show these real quick. So I got sent Affinity for Pain by R.E. Johnson. This is a newborn city novel. So this was sent to me by R.E. Johnson. And let me just read a bit of the blurb. I won't read the whole thing. It said, a gripping new series set in a burgeoning urban city about a demon just trying to make a living and getting caught in a web of deceit, revenge, and love, all while something darker lurks out of sight. And I believe this one has to do with like BDSMS healing, because that's how the author was like pitching it to me. Yeah, so when I get the chance for it, I will get to this. This just recently came out. So thank you. The author sent me that. Then, of course, I've already talked about these a lot, but Golden Angel had sent me Spy Season, the little prequel novella to A Season for Spies, which this came out on the 20th, and it was such a fun time. I loved this series, but this was sent to me. And then I just got sent this book by Helena Greer, A Season of Love, which it says it's time to make the Yuletide gay. And this one says it's about Miriam Blum, who's an artist, and she has finally decoupaged glitter duck. She has all of her ducks in a row until some news forces her to a very unwanted family reunion when her beloved great aunt has passed and left Miriam part owner of a Jewish-run Christmas tree farm. But Miriam plans to sit Shiva, avoid her parents, then put Kerrigan's in her rearview mirror are spoiled when she learns the business is at risk of going under. To have any chance of turning things around, she'll need to work with the farm's grumpy manager, as long as the attraction sparking between them doesn't set all the trees on fire. And so Noelle Norwood wants Miriam gone, even if her ingenious ideas and sensitive soul keep showing Noelle there's more to Cass's niece than meet the eye. But saving Carrington's requires trust, love, and risking it all for the chance to make their wildest dreams come true. So, yeah, this is a sapphic holiday novel that was sent to me from Hachette. So, this is also part of the reading group club from Forever. So, thank you so much for those. Then we have, ouch, some book boxes to share, okay? That was difficult. I finally got in the mail my Romance Me book box. I had pre-ordered their very first book box, which was featuring Sophie Lark and Catherine Wilcher, and it has an exclusive cover of Stolen Air. So here's my beautiful copy of Stolen Air. It does have a sticker for Sophie's name that I haven't put in yet, and so this is absolutely beautiful. So now I have copies of the first 3 Brutal Birthright with the females on the front, which is great. So that's beautiful. And then the other book that came with it was Black Skies Riviera by Catherine Wilcher. And I think this is a duet. The pages are literally this really cool, it's hard to see, they're this like golden color, which is really interesting. And this one is actually signed by Catherine, so that's cool. So there's those. Then I did get my fake Faith exclusive book set of the Wraith Kings. I've already had a couple people questioning this on my Instagram story. Like, these were exclusive, they were a pre-order. I ordered these back in February of this year. They got held up. So you can't buy these anywhere unless there's people selling them on Mercari, which I promise you they are. But it was this beautiful box set for the first 2 books. So I'll show these to you. There is Radiance, and under the cover is absolutely beautiful as well. The cover here has the hero in it, and then there's this artwork of them, which is hard to see because it's dark, but it has Brishan and Ildiko. I know I just ruined their names, but what are we going to do? And then we have Adilan. And this has her on the front, and it says Woman of Day. And there's that. So these are the absolutely beautiful, and they have signed tip sheets. And then some pretty art on there, and the pages are silver sprayed edges. So these were absolutely worth the wait. I thought it was going to kill me how long the wait was, but it was totally worth it. This art is absolutely beautiful. I love this style of it. It's just gorgeous. It's freaking gorgeous. So it was totally worth the wait, and I will treasure these books, I promise you. And then I also finally got another pre-order that I did for the Kickstarter of the Shadow Market. So this is actually the map of the Shadow Market. I won't show every single piece of everything, but I'll show you the books and the like cards that I got. I did the paperback pre-order for it. There is a hardback pre-order too, but those ones weren't going to come until like, I think, February. And I was like, nah, I want these. So there is The God of Sacrifice by Jenny Nordbeck. And then there is the vellum overlays that I got as well. So this is the Death God Sacrifice. Then we go bloop, and here is the Demon's Bargain by Katie Robert. And this one, oh, look at the pages. This one has this overlay. The Captive Merman's Promise by Zoe Castle, which I've read. I gave this 3.5 stars. This has, in my opinion, like the prettiest overlay. Look at that one. Then there is the Fae Queen's Captive by Sierra Simone. I just realized I have the 3rd one. So these are books 5 and 6, but I don't think the order matters. This is like a bloody heart or something in her hands. I don't know. This one's creepy. There is The Hellmouth Guardian's Lover by Adriana Herrera. And The Vixen's Deceit by Nikki Sloan, which I'm very, very excited to read this one, actually. So, yeah, those are my physical books here, which are the reversible ones. They're very beautiful. And then we hit a bunch of our rewards. So, like, we also got these, like, greeting cards. So, in with the greeting cards, I did put my not safe for work art and the HEA art. In my opinion, the not safe for work art wasn't that not safe for work. Like, there was just a couple titties showing, so I was a little bit like, okay, but they're still pretty. And then we also got a set of greeting cards. So this one is for the Sierra Simone. That's creepy. This one is for the Zoe Castle. This one is the Nikki Sloan. This one is the Katie Robert. This is Adriana Herrera. And this is the Jenny Nordbeck. So definitely some cool stuff, and it was definitely worth the wait for that as well. And then I got the cute stickers too. So some people have asked, the books themselves, the ebooks, are slowly releasing on Amazon over the next couple months. Like, I think the Vixen is just coming out, the Vixen's Deceit, and some of the other ones, they're trickling out right now. And then I think you'll be able to get like individual book copies eventually. Yes. And eventually Katie Roberts will be like a part of the her A Bargain with the Demon series. So there's that. So yeah. All right. Okay. Then I don't think I have all of them in my hand, but we'll just go through. So I got some books as gifts here. One of my followers sent me Ignite by Melanie Harlow. I think this is from Molly is her name, which is great. This one was on my wish list, and it was in a box of like a bunch of books that got sent to me. So thank you so much for this. I love the Cloverleaf Farm series. I also had a viewer send me their Dangerous Romance Club box for the month, which was so sweet because not only was Romance versus the World, which is like a Cards Against Humanity game, but with romance stuff, it had Sweet Temptation by Cora Riley with this alternate cover, which was really sweet. Actually, I really do like Sweet Temptation. I really did like that book. And it also had Debt Inheritance by Pepper Winters in it. So those are cool. So I was happy to have those. Then I myself ordered these from Willow Winters because Willow Winters has in her shop, when she gets them, she does these scratch and dent sales where, you know, Amazon sends like dented books, which they're not like permanently damaged, but she wouldn't sell them as brand new. So sometimes it's as little as like look at this one. It has like, oh, maybe you won't see it. Like this one's barely dented at all. There's like, literally, I don't think you'll see because I have a filter on my camera, but there's like a little bit of like dirt on this. And then there's ones more like this where it actually has like some mild water damage that like discolored it. And she'll sell these for a pretty discounted price. So I ordered 3 of them, and she sent me the discreet covers of Jason Bethany, and I think these ones are A Single Glance, and then so it's A Single Glance, A Single Kiss, and A Single Touch. So she sent me those, and she also sent me some spicy art that goes with those. So I got those for a pretty decent price from her, and I'm intrigued. I haven't always jived with some of Willow Winters' books, but I think it's cool when authors offer like discounted versions of stuff like that. Then I think the rest of these were all like used books that I grabbed myself. So we can just go through these. So I've been doing some ordering. I did some orders from thrift books. I did one from Better World Books. I don't go through them all the time because they don't always have a better deal than other things, but sometimes I get lucky. So I got actually Phoenix Unbound by Grace Draven, which I haven't read, and I want to read more of her stuff. I found another Golden Angel, and this one is called Marriage Training. I know nothing about this one. This one was an ex-library book, but I got that one. I was lucky enough to find still one of the original covers of The Music of Love, because Minerva Spencer is like changing the covers of these, and I found this as a used one. So this is book 1 in the Academy of Love, and the hero is actually, he has albinoism, and so he stays out of the sun as much as he can because it hurts his eyes and skin. And our heroine is his piano teacher who comes to stay and teach him piano and they fall in love. And I really like it. I want to continue that series at some point. Ooh. Then I've been collecting more Grace Calloway because I just finished her Mayhem in Mayfair series, and the next series that spins off of that is actually the Hearts of Iniquity. And so I found book 1 in that series. I think I got this one off of eBay. So this is the Dooku Knew Too Much. And then I found, is this the first one in that series? I'm not sure, but this one is from A Game of Dukes, and this is The Return of the Duke. Then I also found these two off of, these were used ones as well. I got Trade Me by Courtney Milan and Hold Me, and this is actually this is a contemporary series. And I've heard cute stuff about this one, but I was able to find both of these, so I snagged those. I want to read more Courtney Milan as well. She will show up again. I found Edge of Oblivion, which this is a Night Prowler novel by JT. So her very first series she did was this paranormal, like I think it's Shifter series. And the first one I'm actually going to read in October. So I found this one for only like $4. So I was like, well, I might as well order the next one so that in case I like the first one I have it, and if I don't, then I'll have 2 of them that I can like sell together, and it'll be a set. So grabbed that. I found this beautiful Beverly Jenkins. This was only $4. Always and Forever. It's in really great condition too. I think this is a first edition. It is, yeah, a first edition of the hardcover anyway. Then from Mercari as well, I found this for only like $25. Now, I didn't love this book, but I really love this edition, and I do want to continue the series. So I snapped it up, and I don't regret myself. So I found this bookish box cover of The Prince's Poison Vow. And so it has the beautiful pages on it. Here is the art of one of the couples. This is one of the couples. Oh, wow. So that's like his eyes are closed right there. And then they're open right there. That's really pretty. I really love the art on the sides. And then the inside of this one has some quotes. So I found it on Mercari for pretty cheap and I grabbed it. I read this. I actually got to read an arc of this book earlier this year, and she has another one coming. This is kind of a steampunk fantasy, and it's queer, and there's magic, and there is these different races of people, and I really did enjoy it. It just was a bit confusing at the same time. I got sent this from Annabelle. She sent me Hot Cop by Laura Lynn Page and Sierra Simone. This is a book I've been wanting to read for a long time, and it's been on my TBR forever. So I believe this one is a, like, I want you to make a baby for me. And yeah, it's a police officer, and then Lucia Ward wants a baby, and so and it's a librarian and a cop she wants a baby, and he's gonna do it for her, which I love. Then I did also get these as gifts from Molly. I forgot. I got Strange Love by Anna Guire and Dagry's Faded, and this is by Harpy Alexa. So that's cool, and it actually is a like signed one too, so that's cute. All right, then for my Patreon, I read The High Mountain Court this month, and I actually liked it quite a bit. I had a good time with it. And when I discovered that each book in the series will be a different couple, I got even more excited, because sometimes I think authors want to stay with the same couple for too long. And the couple in the first book, they had a great arc. Like, their arc was completed. It was beautiful. So I picked up The Witch's Blade, which is book 2. And this is going to be about the sister of the heroine from the first one and our supposedly like evil king who we meet in this first one, but I bet he has some good in him somewhere. So, and the third one's supposed to be a sapphic romance, which I'm excited about. Then I also had to get Broken Whispers, which I read in this month and loved it. It has a speechless heroine and a single father hero. And I'm really loving what Neva Altaj has been doing. Then call me Trixie if you want, but soon people aren't going to be able to find these anymore. And so I bought the last copy that my Barnes & Noble had, because either I will eventually like sell it and it'll be worth more, or I will have someone to like give it to. But my Barnes & Noble still had one copy of one of the original covers of Sierra Simone, which they're not going to be available to buy soon. So I snapped one up. Then I did something totally new and different, which I've never tried before, and I bought some manga. I don't know if they're all called manga, because something that I'm learning is there are like different names for different ones. And I'm too new to this, but this one says it's a shoujo, and it's Yakuza Lover, which I know is a mafia, like spicy romance. I bought the first one in Barnes & Noble, and on Mercari I found books 2 through 5 for only like $20. So I hope I like it, because I'm gonna have all 5 of them. I bought the first 2 black and whites. I believe this is a gay romance. This one says it's manga. And then this one I hadn't heard anyone talk about, but it was a new in one, and it's called Ladies on Top. And I mean, I think it is how it sounds. And like the hero wants a woman who will like take control. So I'm gonna try that. So yeah, I'm gonna try some of these soon, hopefully. I'm excited. All right, and now we reach the part of it where I'm just going to show you a bunch of historicals. These are historicals that I found at used bookstores recently. I went to a book sale that had a couple, and then there's some more that were from the Better World Books hauls that I did, and these ones are all historical romances, so we're just going to plow through those here. I had to pick up some more Teresa Medeiros after reading her earlier this year. This one doesn't have a step back. So I got Once an Angel, Shadows and Lace, A Kiss to Remember. I have some other pretty covers here. We got Love Me Till Dawn, Sea Fire by Karen Roberts, Passions Wild and Free by Janelle Taylor. I found still not quite there yet. I'm trying to find one of the original Bewitchings that has like this picture stuck behind it. And when I ordered it, I thought that's the one that it was, but it wasn't. So I have an extra copy of that. My Fair Mistress by Tracy Ann Warren. Wild Destiny by Gina Delaney. The Dark Side of Passion by Barbara Bonham. Moonflower by Virginia Brown. Kentucky Bride by Hannah Howell. McCroy's Lady by Cheryl Heineke. Roan by Jennifer Blake. This one's actually contemporary that I read as a teenager, and I wanted to pick it up again. This one takes place in Louisiana, and it's a sheriff and a girl who's like on the run. Scandal by Amanda Quick. Fortune's Flames, another Janelle Taylor. Desperado by Rebecca Brandywine. Renegade Lady by Sonia Birmingham. A Woman Without Lies by Elizabeth Lowell. Ooh. My Lady Captor by Hannah Howell. The Prince Kidnaps a Bride by Christina Dodd. Wedding Game by Jane Feather. 2 more Beverly Jenkins. I got Winds of the Storm and Nighthawk. Once Upon a Marquess by Courtney Milan. I want to read more of her historicals as well. Oh, here's the other Teresa Madero. I knew I had gotten some more. This one is Touch of Enchantment. On Mystic Lake by Kristen Hanna. A Prince on Paper and A Princess in Theory. I now have this whole trilogy. I was missing one. And Rebel by Heather Graham. Whew! So there we go, y'all. Those are all the books that I hauled in like the second half of September. Yeah, let me know if there's any you're excited for me to read or ones that you've loved. I'm excited to organize all of these on my shelves. I'm very excited. It's going to be great. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I put up new videos 3 to 4 times a week, and you can watch some more of them right now. Bye.